All right. Hello there, ladies, gentlemen, gamers, everyone. I just want to drop in again and tell another depressing story of how we are in the dark dimension. So, I recently saw a Snapchat story from Vice World News about children still being used by the Mars, Hershey's, and other chocolate companies to still get cocoa. So, truly, this shows that we are still in the dark dimension where we look at where we are in the times, right? People always say, look at how much we've grown, and it's 2023, as if that actually still means something. But have we really grown? And by we, I mean mostly the rich and the almost unstoppable monopolies of companies that are starting to form, where these companies, they don't care about what's right and what's wrong, they only care about profit. So this goes into a bigger issue, not just with these chocolate companies, but with almost every company in general that's pretty much over $1 billion. And it's how they don't care about what it costs as long as there's profit to be made. Now, that's something we can go over in another video because that's not the main issue here. But another issue that I did want to bring up is how slimy these companies really are. And this is really hard to see because we're in an age where we have so much information that can come from whatever source that can fabricate whoever they really are and whatever they're really talking about, where it becomes really, really hard to know where the truth is because of that. I hear from different sources when I look this up that Hershey has either stopped or it doesn't use child labor anymore, and that it's even set up measures to not only, stop using it for good, as if they used it at some point, which, I'm pretty sure we all know they did, but to make sure that it doesn't ever happen again with their child labor monitoring and remediation system. Now, this is coming from Hershey themselves, so other sources say that they are still using child labor with this loophole of what they call free zones. So, free zones are where Hershey and them buy chocolate or they buy the cocoa and they don't know where it comes from, right? There's zones where they don't monitor that still produce cocoa beans. So, if they buy it from there, why should it be their fault when they don't know who's actually getting it because they can't check it, but they're just getting it from the lowest bidder? How can you really put that on them? So I think this is a case where they know exactly who's getting it. They know it's the children getting it, and that this is just an argument where they feign innocence just to get away with it, just to keep, the profits coming in. Ever since the Blizzard titty milk situation, where everyone at the top knew what was going on and they didn't say anything and they actively tried to hide it, and other companies, including my job, tried to do something illegal one way or another, to me and their workers, and then they acted like they didn't know what they were doing, more and more I personally wouldn't trust what these big companies say. Now, on the flip side, it's also hard to trust what comes out against them because sometimes, especially with cancel culture nowadays being the example, people will just sometimes dogpile to hate on something, and again, they'll say whatever they want without proof, and people will just believe it. It's like a sinking ship. Once the ship is sinking, everyone just wants to, hop on it. Well, no, they want to hop off of it, but bad analogy. Anyway, we can't believe either side in my mind because of this, because we don't know who's telling the truth anymore. Both sides can have a reason to lie, and I personally just go with history and logic, where most of the time I just don't give the benefit of the doubt to the big corporations because they'll just do anything for money. So it's even harder to know the truth nowadays, especially when these companies will do whatever they can to save face. They'll even lie and push blame onto someone or something else because if I've learned anything from my media major that I took, it's that being progressive as well as promoting social justice can improve sales, and anything that can improve sales is going to be done. We're in this era now where companies really value the public opinion because they've noticed through researching psychology that it matters way more into driving profits. It's really scary how much to a science they're starting to get these things. Now, this reminds me of a funny little story where all these companies for Pride Month will have LGBTQ stuff plastered everywhere. They're all for it. Except, where they don't do that? In the Middle East, where if they did do it, guess what would happen? it would be harmful to their sales. So this is just proof yet again that they're only championing these ideas in certain areas because it'll help their image, which will help ultimately with profits. So either way, though, I still do believe that, going back to the main conversation of Hershey's and Mars and them, that these companies probably still do slimy shit, even though it's hard to know how much and if they actually are still doing it, because the internet blurs the truth. But even though the internet has blurred the truth, it has shown us a lot more truth than we ever knew was possible, and it shows us how truthfully much more worse the world is now. And it really just shows that we're in the dark dimension. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm a little upset today, and I just got reminded of this thing, so I was like, damn, let me just share this for everyone else to see. Because again, I don't understand how people can think like, wow, we're so great, we're so good, you know, look at where we're at. We're in 2023, we're the future, we've come such a long way. And then you come to find out every new day there's strikes, there's labor, you know, union busting. Things are just a lot more shitty than they actually are, and it's like, wow. Again, I just want to say we're in the dark dimension. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this little video, and I stream every day at twitch.tv/Tecnics channel. You come over there, watch me, hang out with me, and be sad with me together. Stream every day. Hope you enjoyed.